If you're watching this, chances are you've been thinking of buying a Porsche. You've done your research. You wanted something fast, something fun, something exciting. And then you saw the price of a 911 and you ended up here with this. This is the Porsche 718 Spyder, a mid-engined, lightweight, naturally aspirated, roofless masterpiece. But there is a problem. It's not a 911. This has got a 4-litre, naturally aspirated flat six. It's one of the best engines that Porsche make. It sounds amazing. It makes 414 horsepower and redlines at 8,000 RPM. But there is a problem. It's not a 911 engine. With the 911, if you go for something like a GT3, you get a naturally aspirated flat six that revs all the way to 9,000. It's sharper, it's angrier, and it's got that signature 911 howl. Compared, this is about as punchy as a featherweight boxer that's actually made of feathers. This has a proper 6-speed manual gearbox. None of that flappy paddle dual clutch playing on easy mode bollocks. Just a proper mechanical driver's gearbox. But there is a problem. It's not a 911 gearbox. With the 911, you can have a PDK. Means you can launch like a missile. You can change gear faster than you can blink. And you feel like a race driver, but with none of the actual skill. This, you actually have to drive it. Ugh. Gearing in this car is insane. Second gear will take you to 85 miles an hour. So it means that first gear is fun, second gear is thrilling, and third gear is, well, it's something you'll likely never use, unless you live on the Autobahn or the moon. But actually there's a bigger problem. It doesn't have 911 gearing. In a 911, you get shorter gearing and turbo torque, which means it just goes, no waiting around, no drama. With this, if you don't live in Germany or on a racetrack, it's essentially pointless. So the Spyder's actually quite practical. Because it's a mid-engine car, you get 2 storage compartments. You got the front bum and then the back one, which you kind of have to dismantle the entire car to use. But overall, very practical. But not quite 911 practical. In the 911, you get back seats. They're pretty small back seats, but back seats nonetheless. You can throw coats or bags, or maybe a very small, very obedient child, or a normal child with no legs. But either way, you get back seats. Let's talk about the roof. With the 718 Spyder, you have to work for it. You got to press this thing here. Right, so you got to press this. Oh, no. You unclip that. And you lift this bit up. Clip this thing there. That doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel like it should. Okay. Then you say a little prayer to Ferdinand Porsche. And then put something with flaps. Oh, hang on. And then you put and 20 minutes later, you're done. And the best bit is, when it starts raining, you get to do it all again in reverse while panicking. But the worst bit is that it's not a 911 roof. In a 911, you just press a button, wait 12 seconds, and boom, you're sunburnt. This has got the comfort seats, which means I don't have to dislocate a hip every time I get in. They're very comfortable, they're very supportive, but the problem is, they're not in a 911. which means it doesn't matter how comfortable they are, how supportive they are, how well they hold me in place. I've always got to live with the nagging fact that I settled, because in a 911, I wouldn't just have seats, I'd have 911 seats. It's finished in paint to sample Riviera Blue, which is Porsche speak for this colour is as unique as your credit limit. And look, it looks amazing, but there is a problem. It's not Riviera Blue on a 911, is it? If you drive a 911 in this colour, people assume that you're a banker having a midlife crisis. If you drive this in this colour, people assume you're a baker having a midlife crisis. What's up? Well, let me in.
Why not?
What do you think? It's not a 911. The 911 is a status symbol. It tells the world you've made it, that you're successful, that you own a yacht, or at least own a subscription to a yacht magazine. The Spyder, it tells the world you wanted a 911, but also wanted to eat this month. So what have we learned about the Porsche 718 Spyder? Well, it's lighter and sharper than a 911. It's got a real engine, it's got a real gearbox, and it's got a real sense of fun. The problem is, it's not a 911. But that, my friends, might just be the very best thing about it. A 911 is the car you buy when you want everyone to know you've arrived. The 718, this is the car you buy when you just want to drive. Because it's not a 911. It's better. As nice as that car was, unfortunately, we're not raffling it. I had to borrow it from a friend to review it for you. However, if you go to carcino.uk, you will no doubt find a car or car adjacent prize that you love. So do that.